Haley Dominic, a team-high 6 home runs, second in the MAC in RBI from the leadoff chair. And that's why that thing is crushed. Ground ball, left side, tough play. Schmidt with a long throw and got Daniel. She came in 3 for 49. That is an 061 clip. She swings here and skies one though, deep out toward right field. Do not tell her that. 3-2.
Oh, that's it.
Into right field. It's a base hit.
She's gonna go.
Miles on her horse. She will get the wave. Asia Miles. She's delivered by Daniel. Friday afternoon here in Muncie, Indiana, saw the Ball State Cardinals drop the series opener to the Bowling Green Falcons. Redemption on the minds for the Redbirds here this afternoon as they try to climb their way to the top of the Mid-American Conference. Preseason favorites, they find themselves 2 games back in the win column, 1 back in the loss column of top seed Ohio right now. Top 8 teams make the Mid-American Conference tournament in Akron, so Bowling Green still trying to climb its way into that picture. As we welcome you high atop the First Merchants Ballpark Complex here in Muncie. She is the Minnesota All-American Katie Richardson. Joel Gadet, glad to have you along with us. And if you're Ball State, you drop the series opener, today becomes imperative.
It really does, and it puts a little bit more pressure on Ball State, but they can't let this day get too big for them. They really got to focus on that first game and then go from there.
Good news for Megan Bartlett's club. They've got their ace in the hole, starting game 2 of a series. First team all-conference last year, that's Asia Miles.
Asia Miles is great on the mound. She's going to bring a lot more power to the plate, and she's just really got to control that zone and keep them off speed with that changeup.
Green coming out with a 4-run first inning, and it has carried that lead as we go to the bottom of the 3rd and the top of the Ball State order. Haley Dominic to begin things against Brooke Parker. And her first pitch misses down and in. Katie Richardson, Joel Gadet, the rest of our crew, glad to have you with us on a Saturday afternoon. This is the part of the Ball State order that very nearly did damage the last time through.
Yeah, exactly, and that's their whole mindset right here. When talking to Coach Bartlett, they get in the box, they have intentions, and as she would put it, to do damage. They want nothing more than to hit the ball as hard and as far as they can, and they're not shy to talk about it.
And they'll wait for it. Dominic, Peyton, Janae Hogg all took walks in the first inning, although the Cardinals did not score after that.
Well, quite impressive, actually, how many walks that Ball State has. Over 160 walks, and they're continuing to get them in this series. That's impressive to be able to get up there and not only do damage on strikes, but to be able to take balls. That's only going to help your batting average.
There's the 3-0 to Dominic. And another walk for Haley Dominic. It's the idea of there is a pitch for you. And if you don't get it, don't swing. Until obviously you get into a situation where it's 2 strikes and you have to protect. But hone in on your zone. And then you mentioned the words do damage. It's literally on their team sweatshirts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is kind of their mantra. They want to get in there. They use daddy hacks, do damage, whatever it is. They're trying to hit the ball hard.
Stacey Payton does just that, and that's a fair ball. Dominic has to hold it second. It's Ball State's 2nd hit of the afternoon, and Stacey Payton delivers down the line.
And there you see, that's why that leadoff walk, though, will come back to haunt you, because both times Dominic has been able to advance after she walked. So right here, Bowling Green needs to figure that part out and maybe go attack batters a little bit sooner in that leadoff of the inning.
Here is Janae Hogg now with Stacey Payton on at first, and buckle up. Hogg walked after 14 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah, Hogg's seeing it really well right now. And you'll notice, I wonder, as these Ball State hitters get in the box, you can tell Parker, she's stepping a little bit different per pitch, and I'm wondering if the Ball State hitters have picked up on that.
Here's the 1-0. Hogg fouls it away. What do you mean by stepping?
So you'll notice when she pushes off the mound, when she stays to the right side of that mound, she's going inside on a righty. And then when she crosses her foot over to the inside part of the lefty box, that's where she's also going there. So when she's throwing her backdoor curve, she's going to step across her body. And when she's going inside, she's staying straight.
1-1. And Hogg rips that foul. It's a pitch hit.
It is. So when you're in the box and you're kind of picking these things up, that's what's kind of those elite hitters are doing, because it just gives you an advantage, and knowledge is power right here. So also as a coaching staff, you can kind of give those tips away as you're kind of watching for that, and a lot of times coaches will try and actually pick the changeup as well.
2 on, nobody out. 4 on lead, Parker.
So you'll notice there how she stepped across her body and it goes to the other side of the box.
This is why one of us was an All-American.
Yeah, well, maybe that. I wish I would have known that a little bit more when I was playing, but that's from scouting teams and trying to give hitters game plans.
2-2 now to Haag. And again, she has just been a fouling off machine.
Yeah, you can tell Haag is really seeing the ball well from yesterday to today. When you're seeing that many pitches, you're locked in, you're ready to go. She's just kind of waiting on that one pitch that's going to let her explode.
So 2 different ways to look at all of the foul balls. One, is she just missing stuff, or is she just actively wasting pitches to stay alive for the one she wants?
I think she's just missing. I think her barrel's kind of getting a little wide around the ball. I don't think with the swings that she's taking, another ball right there, I think that she's not necessarily wasting those pitches. I think that she's just getting around that pitch a little bit. She's taking aggressive swings. When you see people waste pitches, it looks a little bit slower in motion and that they're not as intensive with the swing.
This is the 21st pitch to her in 2 trips. And she will get a 22nd.
And really, I think that's why they're continuing to work inside, because she hasn't shown that she's going to keep her barrel tight enough to keep that fair. While they're great swings and aggressive swings, if she can just keep her hands a little bit tighter, that ball's going to go a long way.
Talk about the doing damage for Ball State. OPS is Megan Bartlett's favorite stat in that, on base plus slugging. Haag is over 1,000 career, and that is like the elite of that.
Yeah, I mean, how much can you ask for? And there's another walk.
It's incredible. That'll only bump that OPS up. On base percentage ticks up a notch with Janae Haag loading the bases. And we'll get a quick mound visit here. Loyola goes out. No coaching visit. There is action in the pen. Hannah Davies is down, loosening up for Bowling Green.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit concerning when you're the pitching coach and in the dugout, when you just really want to at least see what your defense can do and make them work. And I think right now they're just giving away a little bit too many at-bats, and they really need to start kind of taking advantage and taking control on defense.
There are actually 3 bullpen mounds for each team, and Bowling Green has now sent Meredith Miller to the second and Madison French to the third.
Yeah, they want to make sure this game is huge. This game would lock up the series for them.
There's McCarty.
Good pitch right there. Change up. See if she went. Nope.
I want to know how you have enough catchers to warm up 3 people at the same time.
They're not usually all catchers. So sometimes you're throwing out maybe a backup outfielder or whoever can go get whoever needs to warm up done.
Bases loaded, nobody out for McCarty. And the 1-0 is grounded hard to second. Bobbled though, and Haag beats it to second base.
And here they come. This is why you got to put teams away.
It's officially a fielder's choice for Mackenzie McCarty. E6 on the bobble. So Gonzalez is hit with the error as opposed to the throw. Excuse me, they'll change that to E4 on the throw. And then there is an RBI attached for Mackenzie McCarty. So Dominic scores, bases are still loaded, and Sarah Willis now takes a trip out to the mound. And if you're Mackenzie McCarty, exhale, because that happens 2 innings after she smoked one up the middle with the bases loaded, but had it caught by the ranging Sorgi, and then they doubled off Stacey Payton to put an end to that rally.
Yeah, she's liking that second baseman right now, so definitely an exhale there. She got all of that just a little bit low to the ground, and she made it work.
Bases still loaded for Amaya Daniel.
And this is how Ball State has life. This is what they're made for. They're made for these one swing game changers. So we'll see you know, what Bowling Green decides to do with these hitters.
First pitch strike on the outside corner. Daniel's been a late bloomer for the Cardinals as well. Did not start the first 16 games of the year. Wasn't on the first couple of trips. And is now a staple in the heart of the order.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of this game. And, you know, you just really never know when it's going to be your time and your time to get called up and really make a difference. And those players that can step in and do their job and help their team out are the players that are going to end up staying in that lineup.
1-1. And just can't get around on it in. Stacey Payton is at third after a single. Hogg making it to second on the fielder's choice. She walked to get aboard. And McCarty is on at first base, running for herself.
I think Ball State's kind of starting to find their groove and get confident.
They've got a groove. That's back up the middle on a base hit. Hogg holds at third. Stacey Payton scores. Make that a 2-run game. And Daniel delivers her 17th RBI of the season.
And here they go. That's a great piece of hitting. Low pitch, gets on plane, shoots that up the middle. You can see Parker right there flinching a little bit, as you can tell is smoked, and scores another run.
And that will do it for Brooke Parker as well. She is pulled, and yesterday's starter, Meredith Miller, will come back in after throwing a gem just 24 hours ago. Unenviable situation. Sacks are packed in Muncie. Our offense will try to get her a little bit of insurance here as we go to the top of the 7th inning, and the top of the order is actually due up for both teams here in the 7th inning. Van Geertry will lead things off. She and her 8 home runs this year against Sarah Venker. The Cardinals' #1, who's come out of the bullpen here today. And Van Geertry's been quiet. A couple of ground outs. She was struck by a ball back in the 2nd. That drove in a run.
What an RBI, right?
Yeah, right? It's a painful one. What's funny is you look at Jenny Van Geertry and she don't look like a home run hitter.
No, but she's definitely, she's got the levers. She's got the height a little bit. And sometimes it's just about your swing being efficient and doing it right.
1-1. Christina Sutcliffe said she's probably about 130 pounds, soaking wet. Just has quick hands, as you mentioned, has the levers, and then the other ingredient is she lets the technology do the work.
Yeah, I mean, the bats these days, they're crazy. You don't have to do too much to be able to put the ball over the fence, and that's another reason why, you know, softball is trending towards a home run hitting sport.
1-2 from the diminutive Venker as well. And just missed running it in.
I think Venker wanted that pitch. You can see her smirking on the mound a little bit, but has the presence to be able to not let it affect her too much and get back out there and have the next pitch mentality. Ooh, I think she might have deserved the punch out on that one.
Went high, and Van Geertry chased it.
And something great about Venker, she can go low, she can go high, she has a changeup. You know, has a lot of tricks up her sleeve and abilities to get batters out.
Two. And again, a dangerous eye for Van Geertry.
Ooh, and you can see Coach Sutcliffe on third base. She knows they're getting lucky on those 2 pitches. I mean, not much more you can ask of out of Venker.
It's low.
Maybe a little low, yeah, but when you're in real time, you're feeling lucky to see another pitch.
Got her though. Pulls the string, and the strikeout for Venker.
that is just so impressive to me, to be able to, you know, kind of feel like maybe 2 pitches didn't quite go your way, but to be able to stick with it, keep your composure, and get the strikeout anyway.
There's Ann Allen, 3 ground outs. And this time grounds foul. 5-game hit streak is on the line for her.
And
That
what we
counts.
said, what we said before, that would count, right?
There was a baseball player who once said, no, 3 games, that's just 3 games with a hit.
Not in my book.
That's a good weekend.
The game is hard enough. You don't need to, you need to take
You don't need to
everything
make it
that you
harder.
can get, yeah.
Two and one.
Venker really mixing that off speed in a little bit, seeing if she can get yet another ground out of Allen.
That one slipped a bit. It's a different look than what Tegan Morio was giving you.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Tegan, she's much faster, a little bit lower in the zone, not quite as effective of a changeup.
3-1 on a hop, nice stop. Demna
Great
Nuke.
play. And there's that diesel slag we talked about earlier, right? That is unbelievable.
That's the smallest Mack truck you could find. But yeah, the diesel name fits.
I love the angle that she just picks up and throws that ball. Doesn't have to be perfect, just knows that she's got to get it over to first base and quickly. What a play. And what a 7th inning play. To give your team, you know, those extra juices, get fired up, get in the dugout, score 2 runs, and pack up and go home, win the series.
It's a 1-run lead for the Huskies. Keller the batter. It's 1-1. Singled back in the 5th. One of only 3 hits for Northern Illinois. Run scoring has been efficient today. 5 runs on 7 hits.
And I'm not quite sure that Keller doesn't get a hit too often. Hitting .432 on the season is incredibly impressive.
On the first 5 games of the year.
Yeah.
Started 0 for 13.
And that just shows that one weekend doesn't define you as a hitter. And if you let it, that's when things can start spiraling out of control for you.
Two. That is yoked deep to right. Win at the wall, it's gone. One weekend does not a season make. Keller with her 3rd. And Northern Illinois leads 4-2.
And right off the bat right there, you knew that thing was going. She's fired up for her team. She said, we're doing this. Coach Sutcliffe talked about how important these next few games are going to be into getting some wins for this team. And she gets all of that pitch.
Now batting the catcher, number 14, Kira Mickelson.
Kira Mickelson is the batter. That goes back to
Yeah, that is.
your point about Van Geertree, though, because, I mean, if she's 130 pounds soaking wet,
Yeah.
I don't know what Keller is. I mean, that is long levers going to work. And there's another one, tattooed to the left side alley, and off the top of the fence, it stays in. A double for Mickelson, and NIU rallying in the 7th.
Wow, I thought that one was gone, and just a testament to the strength of these hitters right now and them squaring up the ball. I mean, that flag is blowing pretty steady in. Hasn't been a lot of movement that far out there, and they're squaring up these balls. Venker leaving it a little bit up in the zone, which usually isn't a good recipe for the defense.
Designated player Abby Howlett.
Abby Howlett re-enters as the designated player. She had been pinch run for by Rio, who scored the go-ahead in the 6th.
Venker right now just needs to settle in, keep the ball a little bit lower. I think she's either, I can't tell if she's missing her drop ball or keeping her rise ball a little bit flat, but when you leave a flat pitch at the letters or just below, there's going to be damage done at the plate.
And Christina Sutcliffe will send in a runner. Amberly Rodriguez will come out of the dugout. She is a slapper, and she has slapper speed. So she'll go run at second base.
Number 9, Amberly Rodriguez.
Gotta love being a base runner when there's 2 outs. I mean, if there's contact, you are just motoring, and you're thinking 2 bases right off the bat. No thinking to it. The bat is swung, and you're off.
There's a fast one away. 1-1 to the lefty, Howlett. Rodriguez from second with a 2-run lead. Right in on the hands.
Vanker's going to be smart on this pitch. 1-2 count in her favor. She doesn't need to go something too much over the plate. Really make her pitch work and see if she can make an out.
This is an unusual day. Venker is the staff leader among qualifiers in ERA. Ball State is first in the MAC as a pitching staff. We're not going to get 4 runs on this group a ton. And still threatening. Full count, 2 outs, top 7. With the Cardinals needing to limit damage. Top of the order due up in the bottom of the last. It's popped up. Demnanyuk is back. Dominic is in. And the Haleys converge for the latter making the grab. But Katie Keller with some cushion. And Northern Illinois leads by 2.